Breaking news, we're still
You
following
got a stinger
a
on
massive fatality accident in
Roll.
Indiana. We've sent it to 277.
Nice, sorry, she's up.
That's right, Mike and Don. At least 2 people have been
Get
killed
it
in
in.
that massive wreck in Michigan,
No VO.
near Michigan City.
Going
This
to
is
a live
video
and
we have. You can see
FS6 or
several semi-trucks involved in the
30.
accident, and officers don't know how
Lord,
many
yes,
people
you
are
do.
tracking those cars. Of course, we will continue to follow this.
Stand by camera 3.
Mike, Don, back to you.
Mike though. Yeah.
Our news coverage continues.
Park is up in the P1.
Now, on the news, it's a
Track 1's up. 3, go ahead and set up for a standard reporter. Y'all go as fast as y'all can.
If you don't have a front mount car,
This is
why not? Ask one of
Daniel?
your friends. They've got one.
Godwin. Shoot, sorry.
Way up.
This is Daniel with Lagana. This is
Hold up in the
Godwin
P2.
with
D's clear, man.
We are more than
Track 2, what's up?
New information of a family connection between a murdered Fort Stewart soldier and the man.
Out of this, I go to a stinger and a
sorry.
And an Effingham County man.
VLP3 stay again, bro. What'd you say?
Donna is an IC1.
Oh,
You couldn't hear me.
there you go. Good job, y'all.
They got the VA hospital there.
You got a mic, Alyssa?
They're gonna lose their service.
Stand by. Where's thing? Mike, what's up?
Y'all are the third story out here.
And new at 6.
Stand by boxes. With Alyssa, Mike Alyssa. She's up. Stand by Alyssa, full.
Was the only reporter to get
John, can you hear me?
Break Sunny up a little bit, dude.
I guess what we could construe as a major
There you go.
piece of this fund.
Well, I did. But
Can you hear me?
She's up full. Thank you, man.
We now know
Package
that
P1.
was his brother-in-law. U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed that Carl Swain and John Eubanks' wife are brother and sister. And today I talked with Swain's other brother in Douglas, Georgia, to get his reaction to all of this.
Track 1's up.
U.S. Marshals escorted Carl
One
Swain
truck left a little bit.
outside door of U.S.
Pan back right and
District
zoom in.
Court this morning. He was shackled and showed little emotion as he looked toward our camera. He told a federal judge that he
Zoom in
was
just a
not
little bit.
guilty of killing his
There you go.
brother-in-law.
Thank you.
Specialist John Eubank, a Fort Stewart soldier. According to the indictment, this appears to be a murder-for-hire case.
Hey, ask Alyssa if she's singing out.
Yes,
I'm taking that one.
she is.
She is,
Well,
okay.
she's not. She's just gonna stop.
Okay.
That was Matthew Hurst's reaction when we spoke this afternoon. Hurst says he, Eubanks' wife, and Carl Swain are all siblings. He says they all have the same mother.
I'm probably gonna have to take it out again,
at an
Brian.
early age. Hurst says Carl has had a troubled past and he's trying to
'Cause,
distance himself from him.
I'm a black sheep of the flock.
Yeah, I'll take
I'm
that.
sorry, I won't make something better on my.
I'm just gonna leave it up, man.
Hurst says there's much more to this
He goes
case than
straight to
authorities are
8-7
sharing
as
with
soon as
us.
she
And
stops
it's certain
talking.
that more people are involved.
Okay.
And it's only a matter
Stand
of
by
time before
camera
that
3.
comes out.
Mike, she's up.
Now, this is a case
Going to a stinger and a VO on P2. You give me one more box, man.
Will seek the death penalty. That would have to be approved by the Attorney General's office.
Thank you, man.
No
You got Connie's mic?
Is he okay?
However, Swain's
Okay.
I just didn't know if he was trying to get our attention or if he was just telling you a
Going to a
story.
stinger and a VLP2.
Okay, just making sure.
That's what he's being held right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, just hang tight.
Mike, Sonny, and Jody. Where you stinger? What's up?
New details in the murder of
Wheels up.
15-year-old East High School student William Elijah
3, go back and get
Williams,
Sonny.
shot to death on West Victory Drive yesterday morning.
Stand by box with him.
From the school.
Connie.
Joining us now.
Mike, Connie, she's up.
News Connie Williams.
Stand by Connie, full. Connie's full.
Reported as a runaway to police.
VLP3.
My parent who said that we've been sleeping at her house. This after her son told her that he'd spotted Elijah by the railroad tracks, sleeping on a bare mattress, and invited him to come back home.
Vio's up.
This, he was still
Side
attending
P1.
classes according to his educator. He is well known and well liked among his peers. The school made this solemn announcement over the intercom, and they set up a counseling center for students to drop by as they needed. His principal telling me he hopes Elijah is remembered for who he was at school, and not for anything that may have happened outside.
Track 1.
He is not that person.
Tag newsroom. She's a sig out. I go to a stinger and a VO and P2.
The L student. Well, he's that.
And Sonny with Lagana is next out of this.
And does what he's supposed to do.
Stand by newsroom. Mike, she's up.
Principal Muhammad also telling me he's giving the students a chance to talk about their feelings. He's told his teachers that if they bring this up, just to go ahead and let them talk it out for a moment. As of right now, there have been
Stand
no
by.
arrests in this crime.
Mike,
So
Sonny,
if
and
you know
Jody.
anything about anything that may have happened, anyone who may have shot this young man, please call Crime Stoppers. Back to you guys.
Stand by,
Question.
Dawn.
What's up?
Howdy, Cooper. A developing story
Bills
now.
up.
Residents at the Arbor
Stand by
Cottages
boxes.
are in
Turn Sunny to
limbo
3.
Again. Their landlord is
There you
in jail for another 3 weeks.
Michael Ghana, he's up.
Road.
Stand by Lagana full.
What the landlord was arrested
You got a stinger right,
for
bro.
that really has folks confused.
Roll it. He's up.
It is, and let's put ourselves in the tenant situation for a minute here, Sonny.
Package of P3.
Yesterday, police raid
It's also
this
a package in
apartment,
P3.
this housing complex. They tell the residents, stay in your homes, and then they take a battering ram and they raid the home of the landlord, which is in the back of this housing complex unit. And the man that they defended, the man they credited with getting rid of the drug problem in this area, is arrested for drugs.
Track 3. What's up?
Mass confusion. I thought everything was completely straight here, and to my knowledge, I didn't know of any drugs in here, or any prostitutes, any whores, and this is just shocking.
Oh.
Audrey Huddleston was one
Tag
of
FS3.
loudest supporters when the
He'll sig out. I'll go to a
city
stinger in a full
for
screen.
violations last year.
Most you'll find in here is a cigarette, and I don't mean marijuana, I mean a cigarette. So we're happy here. Mr. Bernardone is a very good landlord.
But after Wednesday's raid of Arbor Cottages and Bernardo's arrest for possession of methamphetamines and marijuana, among other charges, the tenant's future once again at Arbor Cottages is in doubt, and Audrey and others I spoke to have had a change of heart.
I defended him to the end, and I believed in him. It wasn't that I was a liar. I believed in him.
30 seconds left in this
I don't know
package.
what to say. I'm lost, you know. And in the owner's house, I love him. I had so much faith in him, and it's just shocking.
She says she'll let the justice system play out, but Audrey is not defending Bernardo anymore.
If
Stand
they're
by.
if they're breaking the law, I will not defend them. Right is right.
Stand by if
I'm
it's
not gonna
3.
go to hell for anybody.
Go.
Mike, he's up.
And what residents are really worried about at this time is
If
not
Sig
what
out, go
happens
to a
their
stinger and a
landlord,
full
what
screen out of
happens
this.
To them, where will they live? Audrey's thinking about moving out of state to live with her son. Meanwhile, some of these people moved back into these units after they were brought back up to code by Bernardo after several court appearances and hearings with the city to try to get this back up to code. What will happen to them? Bernardo has another appearance on February 12th. He remains in jail without bond. The city has not said what will happen with this area. We're going to continue to follow this story.
Stand by, stinger
as
and
the
full
police
screen.
department continues to investigate this situation. Reporting live from
Mike, Sonny, and Jody.
Cottages, Don Lagana, WTOC
Roy
News.
Stinger. What's up?
You're clear, thank you.
Investigators
Full
say
screen's
this
up.
man's bad trip, quote, landed in
Wait till
jail.
a package in P1.
Deputies believe Brian Pippin took some drugs and began to hallucinate that people were shooting at him, so he shot back. WTOC's Linda Figueredo talked to neighbors who saw the whole thing.
Track 1, what's up?
After firing several shots around this home in Lincoln, investigators say
19 and
Brian
20 are
Pippin
dead.
Hey,
hid
19 and
inside of
20
these
are
bushes
dead.
right here while children were sleeping on the other side of these windows.
3, go to the
I
wall.
was terrified because, you know, he could have came in the house, he could have shot through the wall, through the window, and injured someone.
Actually, 3 through 3. Go back.
On Melrose
Go
Place
back,
in
I'm sorry.
Lincoln, when she woke up to the sound of gunshots.
Unloaded the entire thing. Screaming.
Lord,
at
this
me
next
was
read is
loud,
Sonny, right?
and 2 men were trying to
And
murder
Sonny
him.
has the
Yes,
tag
as
too,
the
right?
whole situation was
Okay.
terrifying. As Pippin was rolling around on the ground and screaming, armed men were coming after him.
My husband was out here guarding him, I guess you could say, to keep him there before the cops came. Because we weren't sure.
Back on camera 3 out of
Was
this.
he the good guy, bad guy?
The deputies didn't see anybody. They observed
No tag to
gun,
this package.
right there next to Pippin.
Straight out the camera
They
3.
realized that he was obviously probably under some kind of he was either hallucinating or on some kind of drugs.
Investigators are thankful no one got hurt, but saying this could have ended differently.
And if you're hallucinating and then you see a police officer, whether it's a deputy sheriff or a police officer, and you know it can be dangerous for that officer as well, and it can be dangerous for the suspect also.
Investigators are now trying to determine why Pippin was hallucinating.
We believe that it was maybe a combination
30
of
seconds left in
prescription
this.
pills, crack cocaine, and you know sometimes people who hallucinate can be on spice too. We're not saying he was on spice, but it's just one of the side effects.
I have 3 children. We're planning on growing up here. I don't want them to be able to get to that, or anyone else for that matter, after I've seen what it can do to people.
Pippin faces
15.
several charges, including
Straight back to
reckless
camera 3.
conduct and operating a firearm under the use of drugs. He was released on bond earlier today.
Stand by camera 3.
In Effingham County, Linda Figueredo, WTOC News.
Mike, he's
Major
up.
changes on the way for the Naval Hospital of Beaufort as we report.
Packaging P2.
Announced today they are getting rid of a few vital services.
I got a stinger, then going to a packaging P2.
Their OBGYN services as well. New at 6, Low Country reporter
US
Jonathan
80 and
Burton
Effingham?
talking to one veteran who says this is
Hoisting. Track 2 is up. 3 goes to the wall. 2 gets Sunny. 1 get a 2 shot.
Over the next several months. In fact, they've already gotten rid of their OBGYN services, and they say the ER will be going by June 30th, and they will also be reducing their surgical staff. Now, I spoke to some veterans and some active duty members, and they say they were shocked about this news, and they're upset about it.
If
you're in the military, that's where you go, and then if they have to send you someplace, then that's where they send you.
The Naval Hospital says this will lead to changes that ensure we have the right
Magic
mix
Air
of
Pat right,
personnel
man?
and services
All right.
to meet the medical needs of our sailors, Marines, family members, and
Tag
retirees.
2.
Richard Gilbert is a Vietnam
Sonny,
veteran.
go to a
He's spent
stinger, then Pat.
23 years in the service, and he's been to the Naval Hospital many times. He even spent some time in the ER.
45 left in this package.
I hate to see it go,
According to the Naval Hospital, the services
Dude, pan right a
were
little
shipped
bit.
to Beaufort Memorial Hospital.
which is gonna stress everything down there too, you know, it's putting more people there.
The Naval Hospital say they're not expecting this to have
Truck
a
right a
huge
little bit,
impact
then pan
on
back
Beaufort
left.
Memorial
There
Hospital.
you go.
The Naval
Let's go this
Hospital
way.
says
All
their
right.
ER only sees about
Pan
30
back.
patients
Pan
a
right a little
day.
bit.
Gilbert says
Thank
he's
you.
afraid. What's next to go?
About, because they got the VA hospital there too, you know, the branch of it, are they gonna lose their service? You know, so we don't know that.
The Naval Hospital say the only departments affected by this change are the ER, surgical services,
Stand by
and
camera two.
OBGYN. They say nothing else will be leaving this hospital. Reporting in Beaufort County, Jonathan Burton, WTOC News.
Mike, he's up.
Jonathan reached out to Beaufort
How
Memorial.
does that go to the stinger then Pat?
Connections. We'll have their comments as soon as we get.
Hoisting. What's
So
up?
another frigid
Pass
night
it.
ahead. We want to check in with first alert meteorologist Pat Prokop.
You might want to say nights, plural, because there's more than one core on the way. Cold air over the area right now, of reinforcements of cold air on the way from the northwest as a cold front is moving in our direction.
Coming straight back to camera
Temperatures
one.
right now are in the mid
Two,
to
pan your
lower
camera
40s
to,
across the region. 40 degrees in Medford,
the
44
weather
here in
lab.
Hunter,
Let me see that
Savannah,
monitor over there.
45 on Hilton Head Island. But tonight, those temperatures are going to drop, and they're going to drop hard down to the low to middle 20s, but the wind chill will be in the low to middle teens. Hence, exposed water pipes will freeze if you don't protect them or drip them. Keep that in mind. And take care of pets.
Stand by camera
I'll be
one.
back with more of the cold weather facts coming up shortly.
Mike,
Thanks very
yeah.
much.
A
Music.
plan to improve the traffic flow on Savannah's
Wait
Durant
till you
Avenue 9.
wanna break out
Quite
this.
as planned. We're going to hear from some of the concerns.
Get on my fade break. And Sonny and Jody are